Fear, anxiety, nerves, stage fright, they all serve a purpose. They're getting us ready for something that's really, really important. In fact, if you're feeling nervous before you present, that's great, because that says that you think that it's really important, what you're about to do. But the purpose of fear is to cause physiological changes that get us ready to handle whatever comes our way. We get an increase in cortisol, and the effect that that has on our body is it gives us hyper focus. We're vigilant, alert, ready to respond. We also have extra energy and a very distinct increase in the mental charge that we have, the energy that we have that we can focus on thinking about what we're talking about. All of this increases in that moment, which is great. But the very thing that makes us amazing as humans works against us sometimes in situations when we're feeling anxious. You can look at a group of deer munching on some grass on the side of the road, and all of a sudden a branch snaps, or there's a sudden noise, and the deer become very responsive. They're getting that rush of cortisol. They're feeling afraid, but they're ready to move should they need to. But you can look at that same group of deer 5 minutes later, chewing on some grass somewhere else, and they're completely fine. It's almost like they have no memory of the stress they were just under. But as humans, we have difficulty staying in the present. And so when we get a little bit anxious, sometimes our focus goes from the present to the future. And then we start thinking of all those possible things that can go wrong. And when you think about possible things that can go wrong, there's no end to the number. So one thought leads to the next, and our anxiety spirals out of control, but we can stop it. The first thing you need to do is recognize, you know what, I actually kind of feel a little bit nervous right now. Just doing that stops it from spiraling out of control. But you want to stay present. You want to stay in the moment. You can do something physical, do some push-ups, go for a walk, or do something very simple, a mental operation, counting backwards in strange numbers. Even reciting a tongue twister keeps you right in the moment. Try to do a tongue twister and think about things that can possibly go wrong. Impossible. If you're at a conference, you can keep your mind in the present simply by staying in the audience and watching the speaker before you go up. Now, what all this does is allows you to enjoy the extra energy, use that extra focus, but keep the focus in the present moment. And just watch your anxiety disappear.